Welcome back to Wicked Willow. Let's go play the game. Okay, so in the last episode, what actually happened? We found out that Avery needed medicines, but that Avery's insurance didn't cover the medicine, so I forged the documents, which was a bad choice, because then the documents didn't match up, and they thought Avery forged the documents. So I confessed, and now I'm in jail with succubus. Cool. Everybody's caught up. Let's go.
Oh, I know exactly why we're here.
I've decided I'm turning up the voices because they keep being just a little bit quiet.
Are you going to tell me?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Oh, good grief.
Information for information. A little deal with the devil, as it were. Why not tell me a bit about yourself first?
What do you want to know?
Fine, whatever. What do you want to know?
I said almost the exact same thing, almost the exact same way.
When you shower, what's the last area you wash?
That's a weird question, but the answer is my feet.
Why the hell would you want to know that? Are we going to have to shower together or something?
Only in my imagination, sadly. I just want a mental image that pleases me. Which part of you holds on to its naughty grime the longest?
Now my answer's gotten weird. Why did you have to say it like that?
That's none of your business.
Fine. I didn't really care anyway. I just wanted to see if you made a cute face when you're shy. There. That
hold
wasn't
on.
so bad,
Go
was
back.
it?
I accidentally
And
pressed.
for the record, it's so sweet my fangs are getting cavities.
I accidentally double-clicked somehow.
There. That wasn't so bad, was it?
So why are we here? Hey, you promised.
And do you really trust a succubus to keep her word? Your naivete is so strong, it's almost alluring. You should have insisted I tell you first.
But...
Don't worry, I'll tell you. But only because it's what I want to do. We're not in jail for breaking the law. We're more like political prisoners.
What do you mean? What did we do?
I don't do politics.
That's not really up to you to decide, is it? We're here because of the One Right Way organization. ORW for short.
Different ORW, but it might still be the same ORW. Okay, sure. But Elf still exists and is focused on saving the wilderness. So I am still suspecting, especially now that we know succubi exist. I think there's elves.
I've heard that name before. They're the ones that bought the bank, right?
Yes, and they don't take too kindly to witches. I'm afraid you've been declared an undesirable.
Undesirable?
Well, not in my book.
Thank you?
Thank you for what? For noticing you? It wasn't deliberate. It just comes naturally to me. Especially when I'm stuck with someone as gorgeous as you.
There's a succubus flirting with me in a jail cell where we're in jail for political crimes.
You just called us political prisoners, and you want to flirt with me?
I never know which breath will be my last. I can't let a single one go to waste.
I guess that's reasonable for a succubus, but still.
But why are we in so much danger in the first place?
We're problematic. We don't fit their vision of what the world should look like. If they had it their way, it would be all angels and rainbows and joy all the time.
That's a little lame, but it doesn't sound so bad, right?
Oh, you must be joking. It would be hell on earth.
From your perspective, wouldn't that be, like, a good thing?
Touché. I just felt a shiver. And speaking of hell, you said you stopped believing in God, right? Why?
I told you. I don't want to get into all that God stuff.
Let me guess. Was it the loss of someone you loved?
I am so confused by how much you actually know and how much you're just saying things. Because you keep guessing things correctly in one.
Let me put it into terms you might understand. Imagine I offered to consume the memories of your dearly departed, to ease your pain. Would you be interested?
No.
Of course not!
But why?
Because to forget they ever existed would be worse than their death. I want to remember, even if it makes me feel sad.
Exactly. Pleasure is always worth the price of pain. The fact that you and I know that we're prepared to pay pleasure's price, that makes us dangerous.
I hardly think we're in the same league. I mean, I just started being a witch. Meanwhile, you're,
Cat got your tongue?
I'm just trying to figure out the polite way to say succubus, I'm guessing, though it's easy for me to say it because I don't see it as a bad thing, like apparently Willow's still grappling with.
Not to worry. I know exactly what's having so much trouble tumbling out of your luscious lips. You think you're better than me.
No.
I didn't say that.
But you're thinking it, aren't you?
You said you're a demon from hell. Like, what else am I supposed to be thinking over here?
It's only natural to be afraid of me, dearie. But that'll change when I expose myself to you.
I don't like that phrasing. This is a mostly family-friendly YouTube channel. I mean, swearing is allowed, but I'm concerned. Okay.
What? What are you going to do?
Tell you my life story.
Okay, actually, that's much better. Okay. Yes, actually, this is something I want now.
What did you think I was going to do?
Nothing.
If you say so. So, are you interested? In the story, that is.
Whatever. It's not like I have anything better to do here.
I wasn't always in the surface of hell. Actually, I used to be on the other side.
That is frequently how the lore works.
You were an angel?
Not quite, dearie. I was a nun.
Oh, okay. A different lore, still frequently how the lore works.
A nun?
My older sister was misused. She became pregnant.
Oh.
She jumped off a bridge. After that, well, having a relationship, having sex, it wasn't so appealing to me now, was it?
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
I joined the convent as soon as I could. I was barely more than a child when I took my vows. I lived my whole life without the comfort of physical contact. Even when I was getting old and frail, I never let one of the younger sisters so much as brace me as I walked. I didn't want to grow attached. I didn't want to risk letting the pleasures of affection poison my mind. Then, one day, I was too feeble to hoist myself out of bed. I didn't dare call for help. There was no excuse which justified risking physical contact. So instead, I futilely tried rocking myself back and forth, hoping to get some momentum. In my frustration, out of my lips tumbled, "Damn this bed to hell," or something like that. It was the first time I'd ever uttered profane words. Perhaps the first sin I'd ever really committed while in the convent. The words floated out into the air and straight towards the underworld, where they were heard loud and clear.
Hold on. You're telling me every time I say swear like, goddamn, Satan can hear me?
Now you're getting it.
Whoop.
Well, why don't we use that to escape from this little prison then? To hell with these bars, right?
Dampening field, remember, cancels out all magic.
Ah, beans.
But...
If you're done with your questions, may I have the pleasure of finishing my little story?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Once those words were heard, a succubus rose from the depths to find me.
Someone like you?
She was like me, and yet very, very much not like me. I cannot give you more clarity than that, I'm afraid.
What did you do when she showed up? Call for a priest to perform an exorcism or something?
Hardly. If I wasn't going to invite a woman into my room, I certainly wasn't going to invite a man.
You know, I can see where you're coming from with that.
Even though I knew what the succubus was, for some reason, I didn't feel any fear.
Are you gonna tell me the succubus is your sister?
I was a feeble old woman. If something monstrous were to happen, well, death's embrace cannot be avoided forever, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, what did she do to you?
She asked me if I was having trouble getting out of bed. I didn't speak. I couldn't speak. But I found myself slowly nodding. She walked over towards me. I remember the little clicking of her hooved feet against the cold tiles of the monastery floor. Click, click, click. I could feel my heart beating along with them. She reached out her hand, and I took it. It was so warm. My flesh nearly burned. She pulled me up, and I was nearly eye level with her. Her clawed hand so delicately stroked the side of my face. I never felt so happy. I held her. I cried. She gently lowered me back into my bed, and we made love. It was the greatest pleasure of my life. For the longest time, I simply lay there, grinning like an idiot. Nothing seemed to matter.
Okay, now I'm really hoping not your sister.
Then, finally, my mysterious companion spoke to me. "You know why you can't get out of bed, right?" she asked me. Once again, all I could do was shake my head. Bone cancer, she said it was.
Bone cancer? My mom had that.
Nasty little thing, isn't it?
Yeah?
My mysterious friend said I was going to die soon. I started crying again. Not because I was going to die, mind you. I knew it was long past my time to go. I was crying because I'd wasted my whole life living and preaching the virtues of chastity. I denied myself the world's greatest pleasure. And for what? "You don't have to die," she told me. She could release me from my mortal coil, even restore my youth. If only I switch sides and join her in serving the darkness. If I agreed to become a succubus. When I joined the convent at age 13, I had no doubt in my heart. And when I joined the succubus 70 years later, I had no doubt then either.
Whoa, that's...
When I seduce people, I do it because I just want to spread the love.
I'm finding it harder and harder to not think you're a good guy. Or a good person. A good demon person? Whatever.
I want others to enjoy life while they can.
What about, you know, after they die?
What about it? You know what they say. Heaven for climate, hell for company, right?
But
But I've been monopolizing the conversation. What about you, Willow?
I think you'll have to wait and find out next time what about me. Bye-bye.